And just like that, it is Tuesday afternoon. Howdy, folks. Hope you're all having a good day. Figured I'd do an early stream today. The 22-hour events are back and happen to hit Arena. Not much going on in game. I'm going to try and do a few things tonight that may keep me away from being able to stream, so we'll see. But, figured I'd drop a little bit of an Arena grind. I was going to grind Arena anyway, so we might as well do it on stream and see, go fishing for some likes again. Not really thrilled by the leader. We'll see. Maybe he'll turn out to be okay. I haven't really played around with him much. But I do need the 30% champ boosts that are in there. So was kind of thinking, if we can get a video together and we do that. I don't know. I haven't tried my AQ yet. I'll try it here in a minute. But if we can get the likes, I'll buy it. It gets me 6 of the 30% champ boost for this coming war season. If not, I'll buy the 1K deal at the end of the event quest when I'm done. And we'll kind of go and see what we've got from there. So AQ, well, it's still showing. Nope, I can't join. Darn, it broke AQ. Yeah, really the only reason I would buy it is those suckers right there. I've only got 10. There's 12 wars. So I need at least 3. Or 2 to 3. And I normally use 2 in at least 1 war. So I need a couple. One way or the other. But, yeah, I can't join. Let's hop over big screen. There we go. Let's see if we can get that out of my face a little bit. Yeah, I mean, it's that time when there is nothing else to do. I've completed Spring of Sorrow. I've completed the AW thing, whatever it was called. What was it called? AW Showcase. That's it, the Ex Magica Showcase. No war. Can't join AQ, which is a big shame. So we'll do some Arena. I should be able to finish the grind kind of on this stream. Sure, I got the filter. I did run 1 set of champs extra, but really just gonna kind of sit back. We can chat whatever we want to chat. I like the ratio of viewers to likes. When it's 6 likes to 2 viewers, there we go. Now we're up to 4. So, we'll kind of just sit and we can talk MCOC. We can talk whatever you want to talk. We got the Olympics coming up. I do want to fix something here real quick. Let's see if I can fix this. No, wrong one. That's the one we want to grab. For some reason, it does not like grabbing the very top of my character screen. There we go, close enough. Every once in a while, I gotta have to go in and kick it. But we had Jason rushing in here, who's running his daughter to gymnastics. We've got the other black man. We've got JJ. Welcome all. And anybody else who is just kind of sitting and lurking in the background. I'd love to have my music app working. This is the perfect stream to have music, but we don't. If I do stream tonight, I may do a little bit of the Patriot and leader testing. Really don't have any plans for tonight, MCOC wise. But since I'm traveling this weekend, I was thinking maybe, just maybe, I'd spend some time with my wife before I was gone for a week. I can sing. Oh, now my wife can sing. Not me. I am not a singer. As a matter of fact, I have tried to join church choirs and all that since my wife sings and typically leads them. I've been asked not to. That's how good it is. I will stick to what my strengths are. I don't know. I haven't quite found out what my strengths are yet, but I'm going to stick to them. But You know, this. I'm kind of glad that they're going to keep Battlegrounds around. You know, at least from the streaming standpoint, it gives us something to do. You know, in game, there's always stuff. Didn't really expect to kill him in 2 heavies. That may be the quickest I've killed anybody in Arena. But, you know, streaming Battlegrounds is fun. You know, it's engaging. Everybody kind of likes it. You know, streaming Arena. You know, I know Brian Grant did it for years and made a living off of it, but isn't that much fun. Event Quest and all that I put all that kind of in the same realm as Arena. You know, some of the end game content will be fun. Next month there promises to be new Everest content, which from what we've heard sounds interesting. Oh yeah, I mean there's no thinking during Arena. I almost could watch my video on my screens and do Arena, even with the 3-second delay. Well, 3-second to the actual web stream, it's only a couple milliseconds to my computer. And I'm trying that right now. And it works in this fight. Oh, let me see. Let me hop over to Discord and see what the talk is. Yep. Don't see anything from the dev team yet, but it has been reported. And greeting radar. Okay. There we go. I put my 2 cents worth in there and added to the report. So, you know, we can't join AQ. Wouldn't it be a shame if they canceled it? I think it would be a terrible, terrible shame if they canceled AQ for the rest of the week. While AQ gets a bad rap, it does give me something to do. I do log in to do it on every couple hours. Wish they'd cancel the worst. Well, you know, that could always be bugged too. I'm set up for disappointment in this war season, all the way around. I went deathless last season. I'm on a 70-something streak of no deaths. I'm setting myself up for the disappointment. You know, a couple seasons back, I got myself to 98 and died. I'm kind of setting myself up for the disappointment of finishing, you know, getting to about 98, 99 and dying. I bought 1 bundle per my normal. From content I've seen so far, some think the leader's another miss. That was a lot of misses in a row. Prowler was good. Negasonic is okay. But, yep. Yeah. That's about right. It's about what I've heard, too. So I'll buy a bundle if people want to see me open it. That's pretty much the only way I would do it. You know, I don't mind doing what folks want and ask. And you're going to probably hear some dings and stuff like that. I am officially doing some work, but I'm not doing work, if that makes any sense. I'm done with meetings. I'm going to finish up my paperwork and stuff later tonight, probably, or early tomorrow morning before everybody's in. And, well, you know, it's just how I want to do it. Fortunately, I don't have set hours. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see when the rebalances come out on these champs, what they do. That will be rather interesting. Hey, Messiah, how's it going? Oh, no problem, man. I've sent it along to a couple folks already. Haven't heard back yet, but I hate her heavy. I always miss the timing on the counter. Doesn't help that I'm taking a bleed champ in there, and none of that bleed damage will register. Hey, and I see YouTube did its thing again where it kind of probably disconnected everybody. Got to figure out what that is on my stream. It's not my stream that stops. It's something with my account in YouTube that after about, 5 minutes, it just decides it wants to drop everybody and, hey, then we're back. Yep, there it is. They're all back. It's fun watching my stream counts. It looks like this. It, climbs, and all of a sudden just dips, and then right back up in about 30 seconds. Well, that's good. I don't know if it is non-premium users or what it is. It just, YouTube shows me, actually it shows me that I had 0 viewers for, a brief period. So, and hey, Garion. May just start calling you G because that works on many levels. Feels weird to call you Garion. Hey, Zero Frost Ninja, I'm doing well, hope you are. Just figured I'd get a little bit of arena done today. We'll finish off the featured arena probably in the next hour or so. We may jump in and do some of the other one. I doubt it though. Probably, well no, I guess I should because tomorrow is Battlegrounds Day. That's the good day. Battlegrounds Day. And yes, for anybody who's wanting to know, AQ is bugged. I'm about to go look and see if any of the devs have responded. Kind of keep an eye on that. I got to keep an eye on a couple chats as well. Nope. No responses as of yet. I called my kids usually the wrong name. All 3 of my boys when they were younger looked like each other and it was so confusing. I call my grandson now my kids' names, so yeah, I understand that completely. Let's see, what do you mean it's bugged? It means you cannot join. I'll show you here in a second. Let me finish this fight. After 30 years, I've ordered a new bum bag, aka fanny pack. I haven't had one since they were fashionable when I was a kid, but it's a go for music. Oh yeah, they're not fashionable. But they are functional. It's getting closer. It doesn't show that we're 100% now. But that's what we mean by bugged. I'm sitting there pounding that button and it just will not let me in. I have been known by both my brother's names from time to time. Bonus points if they're upset and shot. Oh yeah. I love the difference in language between us and the UK. I put so much timber on, it's pretty tight. Not something you would hear here in the States. Let's go that way. Yeah, that's typically when I would have the wrong names. Is when I was mad. It would come out whatever it came out. And don't correct me. Yep, most likely why. Also because it's your middle name, but all my kids' names end in IN. Don't know if it was ever intentional. It just kind of happened. I appreciate that, Messiah. I really don't want, like I said earlier, I'm the only reason I was going to buy it is because I need the 30% champ boost for war. You know, that was my only personal thought. But then I figured, okay, I need to, whoops. I need to stream sometime today. So why not combine the two? If people want to see me waste some money and pop open some crystals, I'll gladly do it. But people have gotta want me to do it. And this isn't one where I'll fudge. It's a hard set. It is a hard set in stone. Oops, and I screwed up the champ sorting there, but be okay. Oh, nice. I love when you're supposed to be passive, and I go in thinking you're going to be passive when you stand up. You've got Intimidate on. That's twice. Twice with Intimidate. Yeah, I'm not wasting the money on him. It's not worth it. Yeah, probably not. He looks like the guy from Mars Attacks. And that's a movie reference if anybody sees it. Yeah, obviously I'm not very intimidating. And it's pretty bad when they do, yeah, let's try that again. It's pretty bad when they do that in Arena, because that is where they are the most passive. And they typically don't throw specials. I was really trying to do all I could not to let you go untouchable. And now you throw a special. Of course! Just make this fight longer. Just die. Megamind is much prettier if he was Snog, man. Hey, Mr. Gonzalez. How's it going? Oh. Don't like any of those champs. That's a combination of champs to fight. Void, Killmonger, and Shocker. This person does not like others. Watch your bot when Chris is around. Yeah. He steals all my bot's points. One day, coming up very soon, hopefully, Probably when I'm back from this trip. I've got to arrange a stream where I do another giveaway. Who keeps putting Serpent Arena? Man, I just fought a war on my free-to-play account with... Actually, on my main, too. Where I took a Serpent Mini. Without champions that are good for that fight. That is no fun. Serpent is definitely no fun without the right counter. Without the right counter, that is just a painful daggone fight. How do we want to do this? Probably like that. That ain't a bad rank up. I love my R3 Kushala. And on certain nodes, she could take Serpent. On other ones, to me, he's not hard to fight. He's just, you take so much chip damage, even using Kushala. It's just kind of stupid, especially when he's on the boss node. You take all sorts of chip damage. Oops. Oh, killed him anyway. Let's see. Somebody's responding in the dev chat. I don't know if it's one of the devs or not. I see them typing. Maybe we'll get an answer to AQ. Let me see if there's anything here. Nothing yet. Yes, I'm in the CCP now. Thought you knew that. Took Dust up for Hazard Shift. Yeah, she's pretty good for those. I need a good Dust. I wish I had a 7-star. They haven't given me my creator little thing yet, but yeah, I guess that's been about 2 weeks. I haven't really done anything with it yet. Still kind of learning the ropes and kind of trying to figure out what I want to do with new champion releases, kind of like today, where you see all the videos from all the various CCP members. I haven't decided if I've asked them to load it, but now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if I want them to. But I can show you here in a second. I'm tired of seeing Void in Arena too. That's the worst one to me than Serpent. So yeah, I can come here and we can, oops, not that one. There we go. I can swap back and forth between the two. I don't think there's anything in the main screen here that you guys can't see that hasn't hit embargo dates yet. But there we go. And now I'm going to flop back before I show something I shouldn't show. Sorry, Stink. That like number has to go up. It can't stay the same. We're going to do some stuff fun. It's hard for me to do. I've got to figure out what I can do on a live stream in there and what I can't. And I have to be very careful not showing some things. You know what? We're going to do this real quick because it's about time. Does Kabam now own my house or something? No. There is legal paperwork that you have to fill out. Just basically saying I'm not going to do things to, you know, show champions that are not at the embargo date yet. Yeah, I can do Abyss in there. There's things I can do to practice certain content. I just have to be careful. Because when you come to this screen, they preload it. They load champs in there. And it's like, well, you know, the champs are there, but you can't show them. So if I'm actually in there when, say, next month's champs are in there, you can't really do a whole lot with fear of accidentally showing them. That's the downside to it. What I would probably do is turn the screen off, load the team up, and then come back to the game screen. There's ways around it. I just have to figure out how I want to do everything I want to do. It would just be fun to see a clear newer chance. Well, we can do it. Yeah, you know, like I said, I've got to figure out what I want to do and what format I want it to be in. It's like I want to do the new champs, but I want to do more statistical analysis. I want to do more comparison. You know, we can sit there. It's easy to say, you know, Patriot, he's no good. You know, the damage is bad. But where does he rate? Is he Groot level DPS? Or is he War Machine level? Not that there's a great big gap in there, but to me, that's kind of what I want to do. I want to figure out a way to calculate the DPS. And it's hard because every one of their kits is so daggone different. Yeah, and that's kind of what everybody does now, since they changed the way they did it. They used to email the champions to the CCP members, so that it would be in the mail on the beta. So, you know, you could just wait until the embargo date hit, claim the champion from the mail, and, you know, not have any worry about it. You just didn't bring up the mail on screen. So, but I do want to, you know, I've got to spend some time when I have some time off from my main job, or maybe when I'm on a flight or something like that, figuring out a way to gather numbers. What I want to do is something like this. And I'm going to use the other game that I play. Let's see. Let's use this one. What I want is and they took the numbers out. Trying to get somewhere in here is a chart that shows the actual DPS, if I can find it, and they may have hidden it. Yeah, you can kind of see it up at the top of here. It's what's behind this. But since it's after the season, it may not show anymore. Let's see if it's in one of the other ones, maybe. Yeah, see, they've blocked it all for some reason. Let me see if Wowhead has one. No. So yeah, well, there it was. There was a tier list in there. Tier lists. Let's see if they've got one. I want to figure out a way of doing, see, they just group them in tiers. I don't want that. I want actual numbers to go along with it. Let's see if I can find one here real quick of what I'm thinking of. Yeah, there we go. This right here. Thanks. But yeah, you can kind of see it here. Let me see if I can... But that's kind of the thing I'm looking to do. I want actual numbers by it. You know, I could do that, Stink, but you know, I want actual in-game numbers, things that are feasible. So something like this, you know, where it would have actual numbers for the DPS showing the champion. There we are. They're like the DPS warrior, the rogue, the hunter. You know, this could be patriot, leader, you know, so on and so forth. And then that way you'd be able to really see. You'd be able to really see what they can do. But I don't. There's not a real good way to take into account what their rotation is supposed to be. You know, I am not going to be able to pull off their ideal location or rotation and do that every single time for every champion. You know, my thought was originally, okay, I'm just going to go into content and do like I do in Arena. Medium, light, 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 medium, medium, light, 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 medium, and see how long it takes to get them down. You know, and try and figure out DPS that way. That is one way that I could do it. But it doesn't take into account their kits. It doesn't take into account those champs that maybe don't crit on their regular combos, kind of like Shuri. But once you throw the special one, her DPS increases through the roof. Oh, it's all going to be manual. I know that. But once you get it done and caught up, you know, adding new champs to it's easy. But I just have to figure out the mechanism for doing it. It's nice that the CCP beta server gives me some little sandboxes and all, and little playgrounds I can play around with. Could do a scoring system based on attack, defense. Yeah, but that's subjective. There's a lot of subjective ones out there. You know, it's very easy for us to sit back and say, yeah, this champ feels weak. Are they, though? You know, I don't... My whole thing is there's enough subjective. You know, that's why I haven't done really a tier list or anything. I did one, but it was AI driven. And that, you know, was kind of a unique twist on the list, is just letting AI rank them all. But the problem with most of the AI systems is they're not current. They're usually 3 to 6 months behind. So that was a thought, but that doesn't really do it. Yeah, I want actual numbers. I want quantifiable, repeatable, achievable numbers. I want to sit there and say, okay, and it's going to it would vary by fight and by node, but on a vanilla node against Winter Soldier, just using that as the one example, your DPS with Arcade is, you know, 39.76. Your DPS with Shuri is 152.71. As I let her hit me in the face a bunch. Simple way to do is to take the standard health pool. I'm assuming the CCP server. Yep, they do. Yeah, exactly. But the problem there is, how do you handle class advantage, class disadvantage? Yeah, so, you know, I've just got to figure it out. I've been playing around with it some, you know, but that's kind of my thought on it. You know, if they had one that was, you know, every fight was class advantage, that would be great. Or every fight was class disadvantage, would work. You know, they have some easy fights in there. They have like Drax, Jane Foster, Cap America. You know, simple fights with big health pools that I could do it fairly easily. You know, and not have to worry about too much about getting hit and things like that. But the fights are different. They've got different health pools. They've got different, defensive skills, different, rates that you can crit them. And then if you take, just the same fight over and over against, say, Drax, that's great for the Mystic champions. They get a boost. So the Mystics are always going to look higher, where your Tech champions are always going to look lower. Yeah, so that's probably what Messiah said is probably what I'm going to end up having to do is take, do one fight class advantage, one fight same class, one fight class disadvantage, and try to average it out. It's going to be time consuming. It's going to take me a long time to do, and I've got to have some time off to do it. Based on how cute the champion is. Well, your definition of cute and mine may be different. I know my wife says she thinks I'm cute. I don't. At least I hope she thinks I'm cute. I don't know. Find the average between all of them, every champ. Yeah, and some are defensive champs, and it's fine. It's not ever going to be a perfect science, but I want to figure out a way of putting some quantifiable numbers out there. I'm a numbers guy. I've always liked numbers. I always do things better when it's numbers. Fairly easy to get some of the numbers that I need. Fairly easy to keep at the same mastery builds. Not worry about health remaining at the end, and just go all pure nuke. And give people something that they can base something off of. And I know Kabam's got the numbers. I've kind of asked for them, but they're a little secretive of those. But that's kind of what I'm looking at wanting to do. I want something more along the lines of a quantifiable tier list. I kind of like the way Vega does his. Whoops, missed that. But taking multiple people's list and then combining them together. But even that's all, like I said, it's all subjective. Okay, so cute. See, I'm going to go through and I would pick like the... I don't see anybody cute. Danny wouldn't pick Jabari. So you can't pick Spider-Gwen. You can't see her face. Can't see Prowler's face. Gamora. So yeah, that's kind of the glimpse behind the scene of what I've been trying to work on. And why I didn't put out any CCP videos for Patriot or Leader yet. The only comments so far in the chat is blame it on CrowdStrike. There's lots of things I'd like to do to CrowdStrike. Made this week a living nightmare for me trying to get everything done. I hate this guy. I really hate. There we go. See, if Kabam gives you a punching bag from each class with all kinds of similar health pools, test every champ against all those punching bags. Oh. Oh, you know how long that would take, Zero? That's the other thing. I've got a finite amount of time, and there's 260 champs. Granted, I could just start with the new ones and all that. I'd love to say this, if auto fight worked worth a damn, I would just auto fight all of them. So yeah, and, and that's kind of what I've been thinking, but I could do that with the new ones, but it doesn't give any baseline of knowledge. So I'd have to handpick some of the ones that we know are good attackers. Pull out the Hulkling and a Domino and some of those type of champs that can put out big numbers. And then some that we know are bad. So it could be done. So it's kind of what I'm thinking about doing. It probably will not be ready, whatever I decide, for next month. But probably the month after that. I've got some time where I'm traveling like 3 times in the next 6 weeks. So I've got a little bit of time that I can sit on planes and think about how I want to do things. Especially if they don't have Wi-Fi. And if I'm on a flight without Wi-Fi, I may just go stir crazy. Hey, Mike. It is going. It's going better than AQ. Because AQ is not going. But we're grinding the units for next month's Everest content. So I can break out good old Unit Man. And I love it when there's 3 of the same class on the other side. Pull out 2 nukes from each class. Yeah, that's kind of what I would do. Luckily, the other nice thing is I've got the rank up resources on the CCP that I can rank them up to do it. It's a bug. No comment yet, at least on the CCP side from the devs. And I haven't seen anything on the Discord for MCOC either. It's been reported multiple times. Somebody running all 3 of the same class is almost as bad as every time I pick a team that has like 2 or 3 champions that their primary damage source is like a bleed. They always have bleed immune. You just ran AQ, no problem. Maybe. Nope. Maybe it's a map thing. What map do you run? I could check on my alt. Well, I'm running an Apple, so that would be the other thing. Oh, I know we used to be in the same BG. I just didn't know if you were still running 8 or if you were running 6 today. And yes, if you can hear it in the background, there is thunder. It's about to boom boom around here. Well, it is, which means my dog is probably going absolutely crazy. Let me see if I can join. And the other thing I don't do in Arena anymore is I don't ever hit the help button for my champs. Last time I did that was when I was grinding for a champ, and I haven't done an actual grind for a champ in a very long time. Because why would I do that when I can spend a little bit of money and get the 6-star? Oops, I didn't want to go the whole way there. Because I knew that was going to happen. Should be okay. Hey, my free-to-play one is not even letting me log in on my iPad. I don't know if I've run the update, the hot fix on there, so I may be looking for that. Maybe we're going to do this a little different. But yeah, I do like, you know, Arena's kind of fun because you can do stupid stuff like, oh, I don't know, push Domino Red. This game mode, though, does get me into a ton of trouble. It is very bad to get used to fighting like this without really paying attention to specials, their power, their, you know, dexing out of anything. Very, very bad to get into. It's the one reason I like BGs. That was interesting. I was trying to parry heavy. I got the parry off. Well, it didn't stick, but I kind of got it off. I guess you can't special intercept him when he's got that up. I know you couldn't regular intercept. You can't special intercept either. Yeah, there's something going on because right now that is my screen and has been that for a while on the free-to-play. And I've restarted twice. So there's definitely something up. Trying to see if I can find out any news. Hey! It looks like it just started up. Maybe it's just delayed. We'll try it here in a minute. Oh, why did I do this? Stupid magnetic Magneto. Make me intercept the whole time. I don't care. Hit me! I really wanted to push you to a special too. Hey, Casgon. That still may be one of the most annoying matchups ever, is when you accidentally go in with a metal champ against Magneto. Or a bleed champ against, I don't know, Lady Deathstrike. And for those saying to rank up this guy, on my 7-star side, that's me trying to slow down my combos. It just... Me and slow do not go together. Do I want to do that? No, we're going to do it this way. I am not a Crossbones player, so I would end up feeding Mystic Dispersion if the guy's running it. Not an awakened one, but it's... He's about the only one I really practice on. If I see him, if I see Onslaught, I will practice baiting their specials and countering the way I want to. And everybody and their brother has pulled 7-star Domino now. I don't think there's an account out there without a 7-star Domino. She may be the most, she's up there with probably the most common champ I see in Arena. Alright, let's go try the Arena here now that it says it started up. Hey, now I can get in. Weird. You guys get to see me struggle with the first part of Alliance Quest. I never play Alliance Quest well when I do it on stream. Never. This fight's usually not too bad. Or I will occasionally get myself smacked because I mess up spacing or something like that. The next one against Sparkles is usually my pain in the butt one. And today's bad because it's got that stupid Pierce on there. Yep, JJ just got in as well. Looks like it was just delayed by about an hour. I wonder if it was the shifting of timers. With everything. One second, we're just responding to a message real quick. I'll do these two fights, that way the middle section is clear for everybody. For some reason, I end up taking these two fights all the time. Everybody brings Hercules. I just end up being the one to take them. And it's got that stupid flux node on it. Flux dispersal, pierce buffs every time you dash back. Just a pain in the butt day. Where would Herc rank on the scale of cute scoring? Depends on who you ask. Me? He's about an 8.5. Yeah, he's got too much hair. So, yeah, he's got nice teeth, but too much hair. You know, you gotta weigh the pros and cons. So, you know, that's my thing. You know, just weigh the pros and cons of it, you know. For the most part, yeah, he's a cute guy. Too much body hair. Need to get him a manscaper. Needs a big old razor. This is the boring part of arena. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'd like to point out, if you watch me do this, I just did it there, I can intercept. I did it in AQ too a little bit. I can intercept when you don't ask me to do it. If I have to do it, I was close enough for that? Really? If you tell me I have to intercept somebody to get something, ain't gonna happen. He's got a good hairdo. Well, he's got good hair. Just too much body hair for me. And I'm not one to, I shouldn't be one to talk. And look at this guy here. Why would you do that? Why would you put 2 Korgs in there? They're not anywhere close to each other in PI, so I know that wasn't an auto pick. Why would you do that? Why would you put 2 Korgs together in arena? So I'm just practicing. I mean, if you're going to put Korgs in arena, I will practice. And I really didn't think his spacing would be very good for that. Ah. I like how he sat there and waited, and I was like, should I do this? Yeah, we'll do that. Why not? I have the same bug, Mike. Been there for several weeks. I can just push you to special 3 here if you're going to dance and do the little seizure dance in the corner there. How many more we got? 5, 10, 15. Hey, not too many. We're almost done. Oh, I gave up on that battle a long time ago in this game. I used to open every crystal as soon as I got it. I hated seeing any numbers or any notifications in there. Hated. Couldn't stand it. As soon as there was a notification, I wanted it gone. There's just no way I can't do that anymore. I used to be the same way with email and stuff like that. I never wanted to have any notifications for any email messages. There's usually 100 or 200 in there now. Now I only open like 7 stars right away. Those are the only, 7 stars and Titans are the only ones I open right away now. The rest just kind of hang out. And her. I can intercept her every single time. Of course, you don't want to intercept her. Lion is one that I can keep fairly clean. That doesn't necessarily mean I read the messages. I will mark them as read. But it doesn't necessarily mean everything. Black Panther is pretty good. You got to be fairly aggressive with them, and you've got to do special intercepts and stuff like that. Is probably the main reason people don't really like them. But I do like them when you can get the 15 cruelties and precision buffs up. He can do some damage, and that bleed will mess you up. I use him in AQ on my free-to-play account. I agree. He's one of those that is always going to kind of have the stigma of days gone by. He had the reputation of being a bad champion when he first came out. The rebalance on him, or whatever you want to call it, the champion buff they did to him worked really well. Oops. Okay. Sorry. I need to read an email from work real quick. You see 50 likes? I see 28. There's a big difference in there, and that, you know, if YouTube's 22 behind, I'll be fine with that. Let me refresh here. Yeah, trust me, on something like that, I like my money. I'm gonna check. If I already had the crystals, yeah, I'd open them up. I'll fudge like I did last night, where I said I wanted 40 and did it at 33. But took Red Skull to R2 today. Oh yeah, there you go. He's fun. I like Red Skull, you know, kind of both on attack and defense. Yeah, or if he's actually a good champ. Yeah, I'm anxious for Battlegrounds. Oops. I thought I had the parry there. I'm not sure why I didn't. Timing was right. Jabari's another one of those champions that is a little bit underrated. If you know how to use her. I don't know how to use her, so. But she'd be a 10 on my cuteness scale. Pulled Warlock and duped it. Oh, man. Yeah, I got my Switch. Switch is fun. I really like her. She is probably my favorite Serpent counter in Battlegrounds. I like using Switch against Serpent. Granted, I just took Chavez to rank 3, so I may like her a little bit more now. Yeah, she can steal his buffs. It's just you got to be careful with when you the parry timings and making sure that you've got an ability to parry when he gets his power gain and when he gets his buffs at the end of life. I did too. I originally took Kushala up over Chavez, but then when the deals came out, I took Chavez up. So I've got them both up there now. I actually originally took Kindred up over both of them. Because I like my alliance. If they wanted me to rank up a defender, I took them all the way up to rank 3. Luke Cage is one of those, I want to try out his buff. Yeah, they kind of took away the daily, which is a shame. Or the super daily, whatever it was called. That was nice to get the... It was only a little bit, but at least gave you some tier 4, and it added up. I have a feeling there's about, and they haven't said anything yet, so it's just a feeling. I have a feeling there's about to be some rewards boosting here in the near future. Because AW rewards stink. AQ rewards are okay if you update the reward store. Battleground store is starting to get outdated. I hate that she's purifying stuff. I thought she had to have a bulwark up to purify. And look at this. We're almost done with this whole arena in... No, I've not been talking, so about an hour. Granted, I had the 10 first matches done. But... Hey, I haven't set my stat focus on plat pool here. Okay. A couple more fights here. We'll finish up this arena. We'll see what we've got. Looking forward to when off-season BGs are on. Oh yeah, there'll be lots of friendlies. I may do... I've got to figure out how far I want to push this next season. I was really, really shocked with... I put up the most points in the solo event that I ever have, and I was a couple ranks lower than what I normally am. The last time I had finished that low in the solo event ranking was the very first season, and I really didn't like Battlegrounds then. So, yeah. I gotta go at least 500,000 points. And, you know, I probably would have done that if I didn't play the free-to-play account, because I put up 470,000 on this account, 440,000 on the other. Oh, you know what? Let's go grab some 6-star champs another way. Let's do 6 2s. Oh, along with this, you know what? Let's try a North Star. I don't think I've ever done a single fight with him. And yeah, you know, I could have done it on the CCP, but you know, why not? We're just gonna do it now. Nah, we don't want Rogue in there. Let's do Venom Pool to finish off this arena. Yeah, rage quitting will lower the point total a little bit. I will still forfeit out if I've, you know, lost and there's still like a minute and a half left on the timer. I wish there was a way to forfeit with points. I know why they do it, you know, that way, but... That's a lot of hits in that combo. Don't be a lefty and leave a lot of points on... Yeah. Yeah, I can't do... I don't leave that many. It's just rare that I will do that. Okay, that should finish that arena off. Ugh. There we are. I'll actually hit help on those two. What can we do? The lefty shade, yep. So there's my war, that's the most recent one. That's the war rewards that are stuck. Make sure you're going in and getting your 22-hour events taken care of. Don't want to leave those on the table anymore. Super event, we miss you. Yes, I agree with that. I was reading line chat. I've not done the whole EQ yet, but Event Quest Day is tomorrow. Event Quest completion is tomorrow. And I'll finish it off then. Or at least get enough to get all the milestones and all that. I guess we do the other arena. We'll get it started. We can get it started. Give folks a little bit more time. We're creeping up there on the number of likes. It's at 31. Yeah, you got 19 more likes before now and the time I want to stop streaming. Which may be in like 18 minutes because it'll be 5 o'clock for me. I may be back with one later tonight, but it might be something a little different. It won't be MCOC. We're going to take a evening reprieve from MCOC in prep of Battlegrounds tomorrow. It's kind of why I'm running and getting the arena done today. At this point in time, take a little bit of a break for an evening to give my eyes and my fingers some rest for some good old Battlegrounds tomorrow. I'll be in bed by then anyway. It's almost 10 p.m. Yeah, see? I'm just trying to do a European-friendly stream. I normally go to bed just about the same time, East Coast, but last night I was up until like 1:30. And up at 6. Stinks getting old. You wake up at 6 a.m. whether you want to or not. I always used to be one that loved sleeping in, loved getting up at like 10 or 11. Oh man, those were the days. 6 a.m. hits, I'm up. Worst part is when I go on the West Coast, 3 a.m., I'm up. I need to get my laptop kind of configured and set and ready for streaming when I'm traveling this next time. I've changed a lot of settings, at least on my desktop. I'm going to have to get everything kind of looking and working the same way on the laptop. Yep. It is very, very true. I am the same way. Hey, I knew that it always happens. At least once in an arena grind. That's why I restarted a while ago. All that means is I will have lost a fight, probably. Oh, when I was younger, heck yeah. When I was younger and playing like EverQuest and WoW and all that and raiding, man, we pull all-nighters, you know. It was great when I had young kids. I would tell my wife I would take care of them overnight, and I'd raid. And, you know, when they need fed, I would just hold them in my lap. I've done lots of that. Not anymore. I've done some all-nighters because of work, and I hate life the next day. I can still do it. It's just not as much fun. I pay for it for a couple days after. You know, I used to really, really love, we'd start raiding about 10 o'clock at night. And we would go through until we were done. Some nights that was, you know, 4 or 5 a.m. And at that point, it's like, why not just stay up? Because if I go to bed, I'm not going to get up for work the next day, so. And the downside to a restart is I got to redo this again. We went to bed at 11 a.m. a couple months ago. Well, see, that doesn't really count. You went to bed. You got to stay up until the next night when you normally would go to bed. I would just consider it a really long nap. Oh, that didn't work. That'll work. I gotta learn how to play her at some point in time for Finn's challenge. I have really no clue how to play Tigra well. Drank the house dry, huh? That's one thing I can safely say I don't do anymore. I did when I was in my 20s. This is a long fight. I don't miss it. Yay, we killed him before his heal. This is the only not fun part of this arena is matches 6 through 10. You end up with the 7-star champions in there, and they're just beefy. Even 4 rank 4s, and you accidentally screw up. And you get hit, and you die. I don't want to restart the... Now I've got to pay attention. I don't like paying attention when I do arena. That's kind of why I got hit there, but... Come on. Thank you. That should kill her. All right, one more. This one should be fairly easy. There we go. All right, didn't lose the streak. Oh, that was only match 5. I thought that was match 6. We're going to take him out. We'll put him in with Punisher 2099. There we go. These are some annoying fights to deal with. Mole Man, Hulkling, and I didn't see the last one. And I love when you get his glowing fists. When you have the True Strike and the reverb up. Fine, be that way. Oh, no staggers that whole time. Like I said, just some long fights. And I keep dispelling the, or nullifying, I guess, the Invaughn. So it goes for the long one. There we go. Maybe I should have used Ant-Man against him. Oh, he's not hard to use. He's fun. I'd like to see him as a 7-star. He's one that could easily be one. Alright, I guess we'll do this the old-fashioned way. You're going to be tanky and you're going to take forever if I don't. That's fine. I wanted the power. Now, a bunch of poisons on there ticking away. That stupid Hulkling fight, though, I just kind of got unlucky with the staggers. It never appeared when I wanted them to. This is really the only team that I will hand pick, as I like Captain America and Punisher 2099 together. I like his battery starting at 90%. I used to use this combination a lot in Alliance War. Now they don't throw a special again for quite some time. And yes, I have a bright screen up right for the moment, so I apologize. Well, she kind of said it in there. You know, they were, oh, it may have been a comment or two behind, but they were dranking. They were being naughty. And it's also nice when you have that combination. He gets the Petrify. And I remember using Beardo so many times in war. Just parry heavy, special 2. A lot of power start 1 boost because it takes forever, if not. Oh, of course you go into Wrath right when I... Longest I stayed up was in Ibiza. I went to see a trance artist and stayed till 7 and then didn't go to bed. There you go. Put you under a spell, huh? All right, 3 more rounds. You guys have to get your stuff in if you want. Need 17 more likes within 3 rounds of arena. Go make 17 more accounts. You got to do it quick. And YouTube puts a timer on them after a while. Unless you have 17 email addresses already lined up. May do it again. May do it again tomorrow or something like that with the Battlegrounds ones, but the number will be higher if I'm streaming Battlegrounds at night. Alright, will this be enough to finish them? I hope so. Yeah, if I'm streaming something fun at a good time that a lot of people watch normally, that like number has to increase. Especially for this champ. If it was a good champ, I wouldn't have put it at 50. If it was a good champ, I'd already have opened the crystals. Why do I always miss the timing on it? I think his timing should be like Hood's special one. I think that's where I get the two confused. I fight Hood all the time. And I think that's where I get the timing confused. I'm so used to the timing on Hood's, and Aegon's is a little bit longer. You know, honestly, I tried using them once or twice in a fight and was just trying to play around with that green door mechanic. Couldn't quite figure it out. You know, didn't go back and watch the deep dive or anything like that. So I'll have to go watch Mike's video and then Lefty's and see what I'm missing. Ah, it's gonna... I was gonna die there. I like, you know, he may not be the greatest champ out there, but I like that they're trying some new things. Granted, the game's going to get so complex eventually that, you know, you're not going to be able to keep up, and you're going to need Aunt May 24/7, 365 beside you. But I like that they're trying different things. Now, I knew European bathtubs were small, but if a pack of crackers can't fit in there. I know that's not what you're referring to, so. But I probably was in some European bathrooms that a pack of crackers might not have fit in there. We were at Clubland by the Sea on Friday. Yeah, I don't know about clubbing. That's not something I have. That's something I've not done since I was too young to be in those clubs. I won't say how I got into the clubs in the first spot, but I was too young to be in there. There may have been a few clubs along Hillsborough Street and Western Boulevard in Raleigh that, let's just say, I was snuck in. Many, many, many years ago. What age did I first drink? 15? 16? Something like that. Let's see, my brother was 18. So I would have been 15, 16, yeah. And my son's in here, so I shouldn't be saying these things. But I was not very intelligent back then. So anyway, I think that's going to do it for now. I know we got to 35 likes. I don't think I have anything of any import to open. $12, huh? Doesn't sound like a fun night. You're having to get a stomach pumped. I haven't ever gotten that bad off. Yeah, I don't really have anything. Opened it all last night. Here we go. We'll open up a 5-star crystal. 5-star featured. Because there's still a couple champs in there I need. Oh, I'm sure you were. We'll at least open up a little 5-star featured crystal here. See if we can get one of the featured I need. And do I? I do. So there we go. And there's no one streaming. Lefty, where are you? Get off work. Start your stream up. So we'll just do, I'll probably say I never gone club and smoked a drink. There you go. Smart man. I wish I could say that. I can say since I was 22, I haven't done that. Yeah, lefty in an hour, I know. So we'll just do a delayed raid. So when you join Lefty, that's the raid message. Say Fossey says you're late. But I think that's going to do it. That's as close as I can to raiding somebody else. I don't think I see anybody else. Yeah, I don't see anybody else going right at the moment, at least that speaks English. So not anything against those that don't. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. All right. Until later, folks. Everybody have a great evening. I'm going to drop in at some point until Lefty stream. But until then, everybody have a great evening. Take care, and we'll see you in the next one. Hit the wrong button. That's the one I wanted. Later on. You can raid Bryce if you want to. Put it in the chat, and maybe I can jump over. I didn't see anybody else. I didn't scroll down all the way down either. Once I start hitting other games in my live, when I put in MCOC Live, I stop looking. There you go. You can jump in there and raid, but I still want you to use the raid message for Lefty. Okay, later, guys.